Morning fam, it's been a long time since we've actually done anything on this channel vlog-wise. Today I'm actually vlogging with the X-Pro2 and the 10-24 WR. I don't have a microphone or ND filters, but I'm shooting F-Log, and I cranked my shutter and I kind of lowered my aperture, so we'll see how it turns out and sounds. But let's go shoot some photos. Today we're meeting up with Neto because Neto just rebought his X100V, kind of like how I rebought the Fuji camera. So because we both miss doing street photography and we both miss our favorite cameras, so let's go shoot some stuff in downtown LA, meet up with him, and just have a good time. Also POV video today, so woo! Alright, made it over to Neto's area. I don't know if I've told you guys, but Neto actually has a studio now, so let's see if we can get him to give us a quick tour of the studio. Also, how does this look with the X-Pro2 and F-Log? I'm gonna obviously get it dialed in because I definitely need to get an adapter for the microphone and then an ND filter. But for the most part, what do you guys think? Should I keep vlogging with this, or should I start using my Canon again? Because the only reason I brought this is because it's so small and compact, and I love it. There he is. It's Neto Velasco. I'm actually using the Fuji to vlog because I have a vlogging lens now.
I like it.
What's up, brother?
It looks amazing. How are you?
Good. Also, wait, no, those are mine. These are for you. So we shot a wedding, what, like 2 weeks ago?
Like 2 weeks ago.
And he left his sunglasses in his bag, so
Finally got them.
hell yeah, man. Let's go show us the studio, man. I was telling everybody you got a studio.
Come on in.
All right, man. Here comes the tour.
Come on in. You've been here.
I've been here, but they haven't been here. Look at this place, man. It's so freaking legit. Look at that guy. So tell us about the space behind you.
This is my wife's spot. She's a hairstylist, so she does all her hair stuff over there for clients, so it's more like a private thing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's more than enough for what she's doing, so that's great. And then this area, this is mine. This is where I shoot product, where I shoot headshots, where I do portraits, when I shoot band photography. Like, this is where it all happens. And I'm learning how to tattoo, so this is the same spot that I use to tattoo.
Hell yeah, man.
So yeah.
Main reason we're shooting today is because he got his X100V again.
I love this camera. This is my favorite camera.
And yet you sold it first.
I sold it.
I know, you did what I did, was I got rid of my Fuji stuff, and I was like, I don't need it, and then I went back to it.
Yeah, I sold it to get the X-Pro3 that you're using right now.
This is his old camera.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Manny was supposed to come today to give me the 35 that I gave him for the 27mm, but we're gonna trade tomorrow.
Is he gonna? Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, all right, let's go shoot. Alrighty, it's voiceover time. Hello, even though I already said hello, but this is my voice on a nicer microphone because I don't have a microphone on the Fuji yet. I already have one. I just gotta get a freaking adapter because I don't know why Fuji decided to go with a 2.5mm microphone jack on the X-Pro2. And like, I get it, you know, the camera's supposed to be smaller and they don't have a lot of ports, but this camera doesn't even have a freaking HDMI out. So like, they have the space for a 3.5mm. Like, I don't understand why Fuji designed it that way. I get that the camera is not meant to be used for vlogging, but why bother putting good video features in it if you're not going to use it for that? Anyways, rant aside, we are shooting in the Arts District here in LA. It's close to Neto's studio. And it's just one of those things where we don't come out here too often to shoot because, you know, we prefer going to downtown LA, and like, you know, I'm talking about the real part of downtown LA with all the buildings and the different shops and alleys and textures and stuff. And, you know, this place kind of reminds me of old Pasadena just a little bit in the way that the architecture is laid out and how spread out things are, but there's also a lot of cool little shops from certain places. But I do apologize that there's not really much going on, in this video in terms of street photography other than some of the photos I'm showing, because it was around 9:30 or 9:45 when we went out to shoot this, so not a lot of people were out. Everyone was still kind of getting ready to go, and they're out and about going to coffee shops because there's a lot of coffee shops here. But that's fine. So I kind of did more like wide angle shots like this one using the puddle to reflect. There was actually a lady walking her dog, and I wanted to get a nice angle and potentially try to get her to reflect off of the puddle. You'll see the photo in just a second, which is right here, I think. Yeah, there it is. So not quite what I wanted, but I do like the composition, and I feel having the X-Pro2 is really slowing me down now, in the sense of like now I have to really pay attention to my composition, because I am trying to kind of curb the chimping habit. Obviously, the X-Pro2 was designed so you don't chimp too often. You actually have to pull the screen out to do so. But, and here I am using it as a vlogging camera, which is ironic, I guess. But I don't know, like I've always liked shooting with quirky cameras. When I shot with the EOS R, like a lot of people didn't like it because it was very limiting in the specs department, and for the most part, yeah, it was, but like it's still a good camera. I still shot videos with it, and I still made money with it. So, and it had its quirks. It wasn't perfect, but I guess I could say the same thing with this camera, the X-Pro2, where it really wasn't designed for video shooters, but you could shoot good video on it. And I mean, I vlogged a video with it today, making this video. Granted, I don't have an ND filter for it or a microphone, but I think that's kind of the freedom I'm enjoying with this camera, is that I don't have to worry too much about the gear. Just like I just go out and shoot and use it and make something fun. And today I decided to hang out with my friends and make a fun video because I love my friends. And like Neto mentioned earlier in the video, he just got his X100V again. So what better way to hang out with some friends than go shoot some street photography and play with our toys? Because the Fuji camera, at least for me and Neto, it's more of like our toy, our for fun camera or hobby. While our Canon equipment's more for work. So having two separate systems that you shoot on not only broadens your horizons in terms of like using different cameras and equipment, because at the end of the day it's all a tool, but also you're able to separate fun from work, and I guess that's also why, like, even though I did enjoy using the R6 to vlog when I would go out with my friends to shoot these videos, I always felt like, I'm bringing a work camera, so so it felt more like work. But with this Fuji, it's like, yeah, like I have a 10-24. It's like a 16-36 or a 15-36 or something like that. So I'm enjoying it because I literally just slap on this lens and I could shoot street photography like I'm doing now, or I could shoot a vlog. And that's also the other thing too. If like I do own more Fuji lenses, I want to buy focal ranges I'm not too accustomed to. But right now I think I'm going to keep it just for the two lenses, because the 10-24 kind of covers all my street photography wide angles. And then I'm going to be trading Manny my 27mm for the 35mm f2, because I like the form factor and I love how small the new 27mm is, but I'm not a huge fan of a 40mm equivalent. Like I get that it's a little tighter than 35mm, but I rather just have a 50 at this point, because I do prefer shooting tight for street photography. Like for this shot, if I had a 50mm, it'd be a little bit better. Across the street shot, it's just a little bit tighter. Maybe you'd be able to see a little bit more details on the subject, but for the most part, it's like I rather just have a 50 mil or even an 85 millimeter equivalent, because I don't know if you guys have ever shot 85 millimeter for street photography, but it is so much fun, because you get to really put a lot more emphasis on the subject. And then I call that the social distancing lens, because you're able to stand quite far from your subject and kind of like snipe them. So, you know, yeah, it's just something I really prefer. I love shooting tight, but this 10-24 is really challenging me to utilize my wide angle shots. And I think that's also why I'm really enjoying it, because it's kind of like a new realm I'm exploring, in terms of the street photography side of things, because again, I'm so accustomed to shooting tight. And for this shot, Neto and I are like, oh, let's be creepers and like photograph people from behind the fence. And I really like the colors I got out of this, and just the layers of textures and everything, the composition. I like shooting through things, but you know, I don't know, I just really am enjoying having fun again, while doing photography, especially with this quirky camera and just this random lens that I decided to buy very recently. Anywho, back to the vlog. All right, so we just finished. See you later, man.
Great.
Always good to see you. I love you.
It was great shooting.
Yeah, Manny, you gotta come with us next time, bro. I'm gonna drag you out. I know where you live, bro. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna come get you.
See you
later, Neto. Alrighty, guys. If you guys liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, double tap the thumbs down button twice. Trust me, it works. And I'll see you in the next one. And remember, be badass. Peace.